Hey guys, it's me Anjali and welcome to Anjali Reads. I'm back and like this time I'm not gonna promise to be consistent because I don't trust myself anymore. Let's get started. So, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara is my 2023's best read. When I first picked up the book, seriously I was unaware about the content. I like nowadays I get to see a lot of reels where people are bawling over the book. Um, but at that time when I started reading the book, I was actually like unaware about the context. Even if I would have seen the reels, I would have grabbed the book for sure. So as the book was covered and I couldn't get to see the first page of the book when I started reading it, I mean when I bought the book, but like when I turned the book in anticipation to read the summary, I found nothing. Only the awards the book got shortlisted for. So it got shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize in 2015, Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction 2016, US National Book Awards 2015, and it was the winner of the British Book Industry Award for Fiction 2000. Before getting into any book, it's better to delve into the mind of a writer and how they came up with the book. So after rummaging a little, I got to know that she began collecting pictures when she was 26, 14 years prior when she began writing the story. She said, quote, I actually began writing. It was these images I returned to again and again. They provided a sort of tonal sound check, as it were. Was I conveying in words what I felt when I saw these photographs and paintings? So, it's true. I love drawing and painting a lot, and I always get influenced by a certain movie or a song. And you know what? I found the pictures the writer got inspired from. As they are spoilers, we will talk about them by the end of the video. So let's get back to the synopsis. So it's about four college friends, Jude, Willem, JB and Malcolm, who were roommates in Hood Hall at Boston University. In later years, they moved to New York City. Willem and Jude share an apartment while JB shares a space with his artist friend, and Malcolm stays with his parents. All of them are broke except for Malcolm, who is a rich brat, and all of them are trying to make ends meet, including Malcolm, who is actually frustrated with the success of his friends. Jude St. Francis, an orphan and a lawyer, he's a really very complicated character. He is suffering from past traumas and a protagonist of this book as well. Willem Ragnarsson, an aspiring actor who works as a glue to keep the friendship intact. Jean-Baptiste J.B. Marion, he is working so hard to get fame in the world of art. He is someone who keeps the engine working, but sometimes get cruel to do so. I hate him so much. Malcolm Irvine, like an architect who works at a prominent firm, belongs to a wealthy family yet so jealous of his friends. There are other characters like Brother Luke. Whenever I hear his name, it makes my skin crawl. I'm not gonna reveal a lot about him since it's a spoiler-free review. When I was reading this book, I got so connected to Judy that I started disliking the book, to the point that for a month I stopped reading. I was so devastated. Even though he achieved everything, money, reputation, family, a father figure, a lover, after going through multiple relationship traumas, even his doctor, they all were willing to help him. And they were helping him for real. Despite getting all the help and support, he felt empty. That's what happens. Even though you achieve everything, it's hard to get over the traumas. Sometimes you do, but it takes a hell lot of time and patience. Others need to be patient with you. But you know what? Nowadays, it's hard to get them. Like, they get frustrated whenever they see you diving into the well again. But depression is a broad spectrum. It's hard to get someone like that, but still, instead of expecting it from others, You need to love yourself first. And if it gets worse, seek professional help. So my next video is gonna be on a book that itself is similar to seeking help. The first self-help book that I have read, and it was recommended by someone whom I'm gonna introduce in my upcoming videos. So if someone asked me to like rate A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, I'm gonna rate it 9.5 on 10, reducing 0.5 as it caused me so much of pain. So now about the photographs and paintings that I mentioned at the beginning of the video that inspired the writer to write this book. Chip kit for the New York Times Magazine, When AIDS Ends, cover 1966, Prada Fall, Winter 2007, ready-to-wear collection. She wanted to create a protagonist that never gets better. She described the book as a piece of ombre cloth which starts with like really bright colors and ends into darkness. She wanted to create a story just like the ready-to-wear collection by Prada Fall Winter 2007. The shades of the color changing from pumpkin and green into dark. The editorial piece, When the AIDS Ends, is one of her favorite. Starts with darkness and ends with a hopeful note. She just wanted to reverse the tone for her writing. The Backwards Man in His Hotel Room by Diane Arbus in 1961. She intends the portrayal of loneliness only the city dweller knows. 3878 from Interior Motels by Todd Hido. As we all know, those who have read the book, that Jude has spent significant amount of time with brother Luke lurking in motels. The writer of this book once mentioned that when her mother used to leave her and her brother in one of the motel rooms to get groceries, she used to feel empty and hollow. Quote, "My family moved frequently and we were often driving across the country going from one place to the next. I still remember the particular bleakness of those 1 or 2 story structures. These days, whenever I drive past one, I always wonder what's behind those curtains. How many impossible stories have passed through those rooms and have gone elsewhere, never to be found and never to be heard." End quote. Everyone knows what happened to Jude, my poor Judy. So as it's a spoiler-free review, I'm not gonna reveal much. So let's end this over here and meet you in my next video. Bye bye.